Hello my fellow art lovers and welcome back to another speed paint from Eternal Art at Heart. I realised recently that with the fact that I've tried to become professional with my YouTube channel, I seem to have lost the essence of who I am in the process, and I've realised that that's not a good thing, and it's going to affect my art, it's going to affect my channel, it's going to affect everything. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to start having fun with it again like I used to, where it was just, I make art, and if you like it, you like it. So going back to that now, with this speed paint, I decided I was going to do something a bit more different. So instead of just going with watercolour and then using pencil for shading, I went with watercolour as the underlayer and used coloured pencil to colour it completely, as in like blending all of that. And I actually love how it came out. I look at it and I think, oh my god, Naruto screenshot, and it makes me so happy. It's still not the right blending that I want. I want to have more of a smooth blending like people do with Faber-Castell pencils, which is why I'm thinking of getting them. But for now, it's getting better. My blending is getting better because I still struggle with coloured pencils. It's one of the media I struggle with the most. Patience-wise, watercolour is the worst for me because it takes me 5 days to finish a watercolour piece. If I do it the way I do it, which is layer after layer after layer. But because I'm not doing that anymore, it's easier to do watercolour pieces, so I'm starting to like it again. But, like I said before, blending with pencils is the thing I'm struggling with most right now. I do like the cel-shaded look to this drawing, because it reminds me of one of my other favourite YouTubers who does similar Naruto drawings with her coloured pencils, with the same colour pencils, I think. Pardon me. And I just had a drink. And food. But like I was saying, it reminds me of that because she does the best cel-shaded artwork for Naruto that I've seen. So when I see this, it makes me proud because it means I'm getting better and it's getting to the point now where I can emulate a style easily. Because I did try to emulate the Naruto style with my own little twist on it, which is why some parts look different to actual Naruto. But his eyes are the same, and I try to keep his expressions and appearances the same. But everything else, like the eyebrows, the clothes, the smile, the face, the shape of the nose, stuff like that, was me with a little bit of a twist. So yeah, anyway, thinking back on the actual drawing itself, I decided it was going to be a watercolour piece, but my friend, one of my dear friends on Facebook, pointed out that a watercolour piece couldn't have coloured pencil in it unless it was watercolour pencil, and it made me realise that all this time, they're not watercolour pieces, they're mixed media pieces. But that doesn't bother me. I like mixed media makes things different, it's unique, it's fun. So I added a bit of marker in it, the whiteout pens don't really count, and ink, which is what I use to go over the lines again once the pencil's done, because once you're done with the pencil, the lines fade, and it can really ruin my drawings, which some people don't agree with, but I do. Because for me, the line work is one of my best points of my art, because I work so hard at the lines, I try my best, so it only makes sense to me that I continue with keeping the lines the main focus, because line art is my forte, really. It was the thing that got me into art the most, it's the thing that I love the most, therefore it's the thing I want to do the most. Line art is my favourite part of the drawing process, which is why I make a complete video on the line art before I do any of the colouring. I hope that's okay with you guys. I enjoy it, so it's staying on my channel anyway. But yeah, I've gone all blank. Hang on a second. So yeah, I think I'm almost done with the coloured pencils now, which means I'm going to be moving on to the Sharpie markers really soon. And with the Sharpie markers, it was quite difficult because it was on watercolour paper, which soaks up the ink more. So I had to do 2 layers of the colour for it to show without any marks sticking through, which still do, but there's not a lot you can do about it. You can cover them up as much as you can though. And I could, because once I got to the second layer, my pen was running out and these were new. So yeah, it just goes to show, if you're going to make a watercolour paper piece, don't use Sharpie markers unless you really want to soak up all the ink. It's worth it to me though, because it's one of my favourite pieces to date, because of the way the pencil works and the fact that the inking, the Sharpie marker ink is so smooth and it looks really nice, and I like the fact that I do 2 shades of orange. It looks red on the screen, but it is an actual orange. I might need to brighten the focus a little bit. When you see this, it might be a little bit brighter than it was when I was looking at it. Anyway, I'm getting to the end of the drawing now, so I'm just going to finish off with this. I made a few mistakes with whiteout, but I think I managed to fix them when I went to the digital phase. And I'm just going to point something out here now. If you guys are going to be using pencil and media and all the wet colours and all the watercolours and stuff, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes can make your art better. It's happy mistakes. Anyway, I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep up the good work, keep drawing, just like everyone else should, and I'll see you next week. Bye!